Tasmania show, yeah.
Wagwan gang, back in this thing. And if you really gang, bang that like button, show some love. It's free. And if you like the vibe, subscribe. You dig? Shout out to Tazzy's Baddies, all flavors. Cop your merch. We good in every hood. Today is another versus battle. We need to bring the versus battles back. But I ain't gonna lie, this one is a little nice. This is Fab and Lloyd Banks. Not gonna hold you. This John, I think, came up from Bag Fuel. They were talking about, like, you know, going back and forth, Rory and Maul. I really got privy to, like, I guess this whole debate because of the recent Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda interview. I hadn't really heard about the back and forth. Just to keep it a stack, Fab is one of my biggest influences in rap. So I'm gonna just tell you straight up, I fuck with Lloyd Banks heavy, but I'm just gonna off top say I'm going with Fab. Just commercially, overall, everything. That don't take nothing from Lloyd Banks. I've been listening to him recently though, and I didn't know this. I was under a rock. Yayo was going hard for Banks on the Breakfast Club. I'm like, yo, what am I missing? Let me see. He said he out here touring right now internationally. So I had went, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. If y'all haven't, go listen to Lloyd Banks Went Legit freestyle, G Herbo. He going off. Like, his craftsmanship, it's like, I will say, he's like, the way he breaks up syllables, that to me, I will say that I know Punchline Fab. Like, I'm talking There's No Competition series. Like, I'm more privy to Fab's catalog and even the R&B music that he makes and everything like that. But I'm gonna play y'all this clip of Yayo going hard. He going hard for his guy. Let me see. Is this it? What's up, y'all? That is not it. What? What? I had this whole thing queued up. I apologize. I don't know who that was, but that was.
Hold up. I'm going with Banks, and I'm gonna tell you why. Banks is about to go on tour right now, out the country. Who else is going on tour? He's about to go overseas right now. He's going to Bulgaria and all that. Not saying Fab ain't nice. It's debatable, but I'm going with Banks.
Fab a better songwriter.
I don't think so.
And he got better records.
I just don't agree with you guys. Who's on tour right now? Banks. Fab is not.
But when it comes to catalog and songs,
I'm going with Banks. No, Banks had Banks. I'm going with Lloyd Banks.
Ain't he supposed to say Banks just because he's from Queens?
That's right.
That's what I was thinking.
That's
not I am from Queens, but I'm being honest and real. What are y'all talking about?
You bugging, son. They had video games and all that, cereal and all that.
Talking catalog when it comes to
I'm going with catalog. I'm going with Lloyd Banks. He on tour right now.
And I love Banks.
He's going on tour right now. Of course, everybody has an opinion, but I'm going with Lloyd Banks.
I respect it.
Okay, so that's Yayo. Yo, shout out to Yayo and Uncle Murda. They podcast The Real Report and a dispensary on Jericho. I remember Uncle Murda kept saying it. If y'all, I'm a businesswoman. I'm a tycoon, right? So, you know, there's a couple of things that I just wanted to address because I love how 50 moves. I don't think that this is coincidental. I want to point out a couple of things that are just that caught my attention, right? So Diddy got G Unit Studios, right? Shout out to Diddy. Why the fuck? How did 50 Cent, my bad, y'all, has G Unit Studios in Shreveport, Louisiana, right? Going hard, campaigning, doing his thing, stars, raising Canaan, like all that stuff. And if y'all haven't seen the last episode of Force, y'all see that Ghost is coming back. Really, really dope. What I will say is that I think it's all timing and alignment, right? So 50's introduction to the Netflix family was with that documentary, right? That really got Netflix's attention. And I also saw the shift. We talking about capitalism, monopoly. I see, you know, Charlemagne, has his deal that he just did with iHeart. But when I saw the YouTube announce that their Breakfast Club interviews are now going to be on Netflix, the very first episode on Netflix is Yayo and Murda. And I was just thinking to myself, that wasn't just coincidental. That's a 50 Cent move. That's strategic. You know what I'm saying? Because now all of the traffic is going straight to Netflix. I wouldn't be surprised if Yayo and Murda might have the first Netflix podcast deal. Like, I love how 50 Cent moves, right? Like, shout out to them. But he was just talking about now he's just talking about, because we're talking about Fab versus Banks. I don't want to get off topic, but just to add more to it. So if y'all remember the Let's Rap About It podcast, you know, Jim going crazy on the algorithm every week. Shout out to Caleb. I got to make sure I do. We was going to talk some more about some content. Me and him was going back and forth in the comments. Shout out to Caleb. But every week, you know, Jim Jones is going viral about something, and then the whole situation with his heat, him not having any heat, it turned into the Let's Rap About It podcast doing a whole diss track to 50 Cent, basically. Everybody, I don't really know what East seemed like he was neutral in the situation. You know, I would love to see East maybe do some acting with 50 Cent, so I hope that he can amicably, the way that he does with Max B, not get caught up in that crossfire, because I really fuck with Dave East. But Fab went off to the point where you have Papoose like, y'all, no, you got to respond. But 50 getting so much money, television, doing what he doing, he ended up dropping some international song at the same time. But I don't think that it's coincidental that now they've shifted. It went from, Fab, 50 got to respond to Fab. Now it's Lloyd Banks. It's still G-Unit. I have not done that in a long time. Shout out to anybody that's got a G-Unit tank top. That was just random as hell. But, yeah, so I think that it just still keeps it on brand. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, now you got somebody like Uncle Murda that does the wrap up every year. Shout out to Mad Skills too. Skills from VA. He used to do the wrap up and everything. But now you got Yayo, who is always on Vlad TV, that's going to be doing interviews. They might not even need no guests. Like, I was thoroughly entertained. So again, that's just, giving some love to them when it comes to there. But I think, yeah, Rory and Maul, they were talking about it on their podcast. I think they had said that they're elite talents, and they were talking about rapping like bars and like commercial success versus like just bars. I think on a bar level, both very talented. Commercially, I think that the songs and the records that stick to me more, I feel like I know more Fab records off top than I do Lloyd Banks. I will say that I'm very much more interested in Lloyd Banks right now because of how consistent he's been. It's kind of like Nas and his run. Like, after seeing Fab get in the booth and do what he did, I was like, I would actually like love for that to, happen. But now they talking about Fab versus Banks. And I wonder would it even happen, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, 50 never responded. And I don't even know if 50, I know that he's had issues with Young Buck Game. Let me see, has 50 Cent said anything about the Yayo, not Yayo, what is it? What am I talking about? 50 Cent and the, Fab and Banks. Oh, I did see a quote, my bad. I didn't have that pulled up yet, my fault, y'all. Let me see, I'm gonna be more on point, boom, boom, boom. Let me see. Oh, boom. There you go. It was on Instagram. Straight like that. So it's the quote was from 50. Okay, I don't know why it's not like it's being complicated. Throwing my little flow off. What's going on? I was vibing. I was going. Wait, what? All right, this is drawn. Like, it's really getting me tight right now because, okay, there it go. Dang. It says they both write better when it's about girls. This is again, pardon me, y'all. This is the quote from 50 Cent. He says Fab versus Banks. They both write better when it's about girls. They both think they are better than everybody. They both put in no work themselves. They both are likely to sell they are both not likely to sell at this point in their career. It's a tie, ladies and gentlemen. They're the same. Oh my God. 50 Cent is just this guy is hilarious. I didn't even you just don't know with 50. That response, I don't know, man. But again, it's got a lot of people. I feel like it is a nice comparison. It makes me want to go through discography. It makes me like when the versus battles was happening and Tidal was putting together the playlist, this person versus this person. But I'm curious about like, would they like a collaboration? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all think because like I said, I'm Team Fab. I was trying to see. Hold on, there was one other thing I wanted to share with y'all. They were talking about the discographies. Like, so I know there's no competition. The Soul Tape series. Let me just like run that down real quick. Soul Tape series, Fab. There's no competition, Fab. Summertime Shootout, Fab. Freddie versus Jason, which is a compilation. I know that. I feel when it comes to Lloyd Banks, we got The Hunger for More 1 and 2 and Rotten Apple. I think those were his albums. I don't know Fab's albums the way. I think the Young OG project was the last one that I remember album commercially, but Fab has always just had really great like mixtape series to me. So I think that when it comes to bodies of work, that's what I know. Right now though, Bulgaria, Germany, all these places that Yayo was talking about that Banks is frequenting and him touring right now. One thing that I will say, the things that Banks with video games and G Unit, I mean, at the end of the day, Banks came through G Unit, and then you had DJ Clue and Fab. Different like entryways to the rap game, but I think it's a really interesting debate. I wonder though, do y'all think that it's gonna spark like Fab, 50 Cent didn't respond to Fab. Now they trying to get Lloyd Banks to respond to Fab. Do y'all think Lloyd and Fab are gonna do a versus? Do y'all would y'all want to see them do a versus, or would y'all want to see them collab? Let me know in the comments. If you really gang, bang that like button, and if you like the vibe, subscribe. If you ain't got good energy, then keep your ass inside. Shout out to Tazzy's Baddies, all flavors. You know we good in every hood. You tune into the Tasmania Show with Taz Tycoon. Let's go.
Tycoon running up the score, Tazzy's Baddies on the floor. And that ass is super fatty, call me Zaddy, throw some more. Super nasty, she a savage, slaughter fucker like a whore. Popping bottles, foreign models, Tycoon on the world tour. Shorty, what you bad for? Turn this to a hit-a-thon, damn. All your bitches bad, tell them they can come along.